Titans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Fields on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 37 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Julio. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, their first two drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Wagner, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fields throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Noel. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught. Judy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by McManus is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Parkey adds the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 75 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This is Fant on the short completion. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Noel. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. On play action, Fields. Pryor has it complete.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
First down. Noel. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And they give this time to the tailback. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Here's Fields. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They run. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, 29 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Here we go, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Fields. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
2nd and 2. To throw is Fields. Got a man open, it's Sutton.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Albert O, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, check right.
And they'll begin by running the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Blue there, blue there. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Second and 5 now. Fields. This is Fant on the short completion. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night. The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields out quickly to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it to Fields. He's got his tight end fan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
On 1st down, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was, and make...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, And they are to be... Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They'll keep it on the ground. Wagner. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, 36 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Parkey with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point, on the road no less in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Noel looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
And they take a knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Nashville, good night, everybody.